4 years ago, I took on Celtman, an extreme Scottish triathlon. The race broke me mentally and physically, and I couldn't bring myself to race another triathlon since. Sometimes the life gives you lessons, but we are not ready to receive them and to learn from them. It took me 4 years to fully understand and appreciate the lessons Celtman was trying to teach me. And now I want to share them with you so you can avoid falling in the same traps. As I look back at the race, I realized that my ego got in the way, and my ego prevented me from fully enjoying the experience. I was far too focused on competing with others, especially with my friends, which is crazy, and setting unrealistic goals. Let's go back and see how the race unfolded. From very beginning, the race didn't go the way I planned. After 40 minutes of swim, I've got a massive cramp in my leg. And the pain, it was the biggest cramp I ever had in my life. I don't know why, maybe I was overtrained a bit, but it was so painful that I had to go on my back and I cried a little bit. But I forced myself for swimming. You know, I was preparing for 6-7 months for this race, and I just couldn't stop right now. So in my head, it was like, that's why this is the extreme triathlon. I was super cold, but this is normal. But the worst thing is that my legs never recovered. And normally my bike is the strongest discipline, but it felt like a drag. Those 200 kilometers, I still remember those rolling hills and this wind. And in my head, I started developing this plan that I knew I cannot stop. I didn't want to stop, but I was hoping that if I crash, then I will have a perfect excuse so I can stop and I don't have to do it anymore. But I never actually did it, but it was very, very close in my head. And then after the bike, there was a run. It's a 42K run. First part, it's quite flat. It went quite all right. I had to kind of push a little bit because I wanted to get on the time before the cutoff point. The Celtman is actually about getting to this cut point. So you get on the high mountain and then you get the blue t-shirt, which I managed to get after all. But once I hit this hill, I almost gave up. I remember almost dying here. And in the middle of it, I had to stop, sit down, and I almost fall asleep. And Gregor, my sport runner, my very good friend, told me, come on Les, we have to go. But because I was so tired, I allowed my ego to take over. And that my ego started bashing me with all those crappy talk like, oh, you are so weak, all your friends will win with you, what kind of coach you are, this madness, and I couldn't stop it. Maybe because I'm a coach as well, and I almost, like every time I'm racing, I've got this idea that I put my reputation online, that if I don't do well during the race, it means that I'm not the good coach. It's completely stupid, but this is where sometimes my head goes in. It was getting worse and worse and worse. And once I finished the race, I was so tired of this voice and I was so angry at myself that I didn't enjoy it as much as I could. So I basically lost my way, and instead of embrace the challenge and keep my head and look around and soak in experience, I allow my ego to take over, and I became frustrated with myself and with my body. Despite all that, I managed to finish. I didn't get injured. I got the blue t-shirt, which I should be really happy. I really don't know how I finished the run. I was in so much pain, but I've realized that once I hit the pain barrier, there was another level, and then I hit it again and I got another one, and I was digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's super fascinating that we've got so many levels. If you're thinking that you are done, you're not even close to really be done. There's more and more and more. And this idea of digging deeper really scares me, but in the same time, it's fascinating me. How far can I really go? That's always the question at the back of my mind. Last weekend, I've been back to Torridon with my wife on a little short holidays, and we signed up for another race. We signed up for the Celtman Solo 0.5, which is a shorter version of Celtman with a little bit harder bike probably. And this one you don't have to have supporters, so me and my wife can race in the same time. I'm going there with completely new mindset, and this is the mindset which it took me 4 years to develop. I'm going there to have fun, and I'm not letting my ego take over. The ego will still push me and will push me to get my best, but I won't let my ego to be master. I will give it my all without sacrificing the joy and experience of the race. So that's my lesson. And so I'm going to Celtman and to all the other races with this completely new perspective. It's really not about competing with others or meeting some crazy unrealistic expectations. It's about pushing myself, enjoying the journey, and making the most of the incredible experience the Celtman is. I hope you'll find this helpful, and you'll find my experience to give you new perspective on when you're racing. You know, these lessons applies to probably 99% of us who are just going there and who know that we're not gonna win anything. We are not as good. We are not pros. We're not gonna win. We just want to have the best time. So to have the best time, you really need to just enjoy the moment. Prepare for hard work, but in the same time, don't expect that you're gonna be the best, because you won't be. Just go enjoy. Race a lot of races, collect the experiences, and be happy that you can do crazy things like Celtman, and that your body allows you to do it. Because one day you won't be able, and then you only will have the memories. So this is the scree. John is just in halfway. Now I'm halfway. And this is the place where my support runner during the Celtman said that it's definitely not this place. We cannot go this way because it's far too steep. And I was like, I think it's this way. Come on, Joanna. Leila, you ready? You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Go, down, down.